Okay, now what we'll understand is how best you can determine optimum level of resource use considering an example. Okay, this you have understood theoretically. Now the same thing you need to understand with the help of an example. Okay, you know the condition for determination of optimum level of resource use, that is we use the criterion, okay, MVP and MIC. Is it not? You have understood what MVP is and what MIC in the last class. Just for the sake of information, okay, MVP it is nothing but MPP into price of output. This is nothing but returns obtained from additional output. Okay, additional output produced using additional input. Okay, in the sense, if you use additional input, no doubt you will going to get additional output. When you sell this additional output at prevailing market price PY, then it will going to get what we call it as marginal value product, or it used to be the value of this marginal product. We write it as MVP. Okay, this used to be the return side of usage of additional unit of input in production activity. Okay, whenever you are using that additional unit of input, you know that it is not available at free of cost. For that you need to pay something, is it not? You need to incur. So that becomes the cost side. We call it as marginal input cost. So marginal input cost is nothing but cost of additional unit of input. Okay, then how it will be determined? It is nothing but change in the total cost due to change in the usage of input. That means, supposing if you use additional unit of input, to what extent the cost will going to change. Okay, this is nothing but marginal input cost. Now what you need to remember is how to determine this total cost is important. Total cost is obtained by multiplying the quantity of input used with that of its price. Okay, price of input into quantity of input used will going to give you the total cost incurred by farmer towards that purchase of input. So once you get the total cost, with the help of this total cost, you can easily get what we call it as marginal input cost or additional cost incurred by farmer. Okay. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to determine MVP. Okay, MVP means, you know that what you need to do, you need to multiply MPP with that of price of output. Okay, so in the last video you have understood how best with a given information, that is X and Y, we can determine MPP. So you need to follow that methodology in order to determine MPP. Once you determine MPP, now you need to determine MVP with the help of that MPP. Okay, additional information what you need is you need to have the information about the price of output. Okay, let us consider in the present example the price of output as rupees 0.5 per unit. Okay, what we will consider in the present example, we will consider price of output as rupees 0.5 per unit. It may be kg, it may be ton, it may be anything for that matter. For time being, let us assume that it is expressed in some unit and per unit it used to be 0.5. Okay, with the help of this, okay, we will determine MVP. Okay, so MVP is nothing but MPP into price of output. Okay, this new column you need to create now. So you know that 140. So in order to get MVP for this particular set of observation, what you need to do, 140 need to be multiplied with price of output, which used to be 0.5. So 140 into 0.5, it used to be 70. 260 into 0.5, it used to be 130. 340 divided by into 0.5, it used to be, okay, you need to repeat the same procedure for rest of the observation such that you can get MVP for rest of the observation. Is it clear? So once you get this MVP, you know that this used to be the return side. Now you need to calculate what we call it as the cost side of it. That is nothing but MIC. Okay. For that MIC, what you need to do, you know the formula for determining MIC, which used to be the change in total cost divided by change in input use. So now you need to determine additional column which will going to give you information about the total cost incurred by the farmer. So total cost is nothing but price of input into quantity of input used. So you need to determine this additional column. Okay. So now total cost, which is equal to Px into x. Okay. So now you need to have one more information, that is what used to be the price of this input. The price of input, let us assume it as ₹20 per unit in the present example. Okay. So now how to get total cost for the first level of input use? The quantity of input use is 5. So 5 used to be the x, Px used to be 20, you know that. So 5 into 20, it used to be 100. Okay, and you need to repeat the procedure, that is 5 into 20, that is 100. Next is 10 into 20, that is 200. You need to repeat the procedure for rest of the input usage. So once you determine TC, from that you need to determine change in TC. Okay, that is incremental total cost you need to determine, which is nothing but the difference of 200 minus 100, 300 minus 200. Okay, you need to repeat that procedure for rest of the observation. So 200 minus 100, it used to be 100. Okay, 300 minus 200, it used to be 100. You need to repeat the procedure for rest of the observation, which used to be 100, 100, 100. Okay. Okay, once you determine change in total cost, you have already determined the change in output. Okay. Now what you need to do, you will not get this observation since it used to be incremental change. So for rest of the observation, we will be having incremental change in input and incremental change in total cost. So you need to take the ratio of incremental change in total cost and incremental change in input use. So it used to be 100 divided by 5. Okay, it used to be 20, 20. Is it not 100 divided by 5? It used to be same for all other observations. So that it becomes 20, 20, 20, 20. Okay. So what it signals? It is nothing but price of input. So what you need to remember is marginal input cost is nothing but price what farmer pays in order to purchase that particular unit of input. So marginal input cost or marginal factor cost is nothing but price of that particular input. Okay. Now once you do this exercise, once you have MVP and MIC with you, now with the help of this, you should have to determine that particular level of input use or resource use which will going to yield you maximum profit. Okay, that we call it as optimum level of resource use. You know the condition for optimum level of resource use used to be that level of resource use wherein MVP and MIC both both are equal. Now you need to see where actually this MVP and MIC are equal. Consider the level of input usage, that is this level of input usage. Consider MVP column, consider MIC column. See where actually MVP and MIC are equal. Okay, you consider this particular level of resource use, that is 10. Okay, here the MVP value used to be 70, MIC used to be 20. What it implies? MVP is more than MIC. MVP used to be the returns accrued to the farmer, MIC is the cost incurred by the farmer. When the returns accrued to him used to be more than cost incurred by him, it is feasible on his part to continue application of that level of input. Okay, that means farmer should have to continue. See the next level. It used to be 130, 20, 170, 20, 180, 20, 120, 20. That means in all these cases, okay, the corresponding level of input use when he does, in all the cases the additional revenue what he will going to get, it used to be more than additional cost what he used to bear. So it is feasible on his part to continue application of this level of input. Okay, now if you consider this particular level of input use, it used to be 60, 20. 60 is more than 20. Farmer should have to continue. Now at this particular level of input use, the additional returns obtained will be equal to the additional cost incurred by him. So here MVP is equal to MIC. You just see that particular combination, okay, which is that particular combination where in MVP is equal to MIC, it is this particular combination, is it not? Let us mark this row. Okay, here MVP is 20 and MIC is 20, so that MVP is equal to MIC. That means the optimum level of resource that the farmer should have to use used to be 40. Okay, 40 units. Supposing if he continues beyond this level, then what will happen? See here, MVP used to be 0. That means returns accrued to him by usage of this particular additional unit of input will be 0. Whereas for that we need to incur additional cost, which is not rational. If he continues further, then he will going to get the negative returns, which is not at all rational. Okay, so you need to observe here from this level to this level. Okay, MVP used to be more than MIC. That means resource used to be underused, we call it as. Is it not? Still there is room for farmer to increase its application. So from 5 to 35, if you consider, okay, here MVP, okay, used to be more than MIC. Okay, MVP used to be more than MIC. That means resource used to be underused. Okay, this we call it as optimum. Okay, and this we call it as, here MVP is less than MIC. What we call this as? Here resource used to be overused. Okay, here resource used to be overused, here resource used to be underused, here resource used to be optimally used. Okay, that means where farmer actually need to stop now, he should have to stop input application at this particular level. That means 40 units he should have to apply such that he will going to get maximum profit. Okay.